I'll show you how to clean or replace the air filter in a Volkswagen Golf in this video. This engine is a 1.4 TSI. You would want to have a look at the filter and the casing, roughly speaking, with every second or maybe third oil change. But the filter itself does not usually need replacing very often. So the air intake and the filter on this car is here at the front left. The filter is inside the box there, and there is a short intake duct which terminates directly behind this mini grille at the front of the car, which functions as a cold air intake, basically. You can take this plastic cap off the intake. It just pulls straight off and up, and have a look inside it and around the ducting. In this case, this car's pretty clean, but if you have any leaves or dirt built up around there, then you would want to clean that out. You could also stick a vacuum hose down the pipe if you thought that that would help. Once done with that, you can replace the cap. It just clips back into place. And then you can turn your attention to the filter box, which of course contains the air filter itself. And the lid on this is held in place with 4 screws, one in each corner, for which you will need a posi drive or Phillips head screwdriver. So go ahead and undo all 4 of them. You can actually leave the screws in the lid once they're undone. They don't necessarily need to be removed entirely, although I will say make sure you don't drop any, because they will disappear into the bottom of the engine bay and you'll have an absolute nightmare trying to find them. Okay, now you can lift the airbox lid off, and voila, you will see the filter inside. And you won't be able to remove the filter yet because it's held in place with this plastic retaining bracket, which itself is screwed down with 1 more screw. You need to take this out first, so go ahead and unscrew it. And again, the screw can be left in place if you want, and you can pull the bracket directly up and out. So put that somewhere safe, and now the filter will be free and you can take it out. At this point, you want to have a look inside the airbox and check that it's clean. This one's basically fine. Sometimes though you'll have a lot of dust, sometimes leaves even, that manage to work their way through the ducting, and you'll want to vacuum that all out. Here I'm just giving this a bit of a wipe down. Right, here's the filter. It's this cylindrical design where air is drawn from the outside, passes through the filter, and goes into the engine intake from the inside. So you can check the condition of the filter on the outside, and again just sort of visually inspect how dirty it is. You might want to run a vacuum cleaner over its surface to remove any obvious contaminants. And if it's really dark and obviously dirty, then it would want replacing. But air filters are often replaced unnecessarily. In normal, clean road usage, it takes a long time to kill a filter. The Volkswagen recommended interval for replacement is somewhere between 60,000 and 90,000 kilometers, or 6 years. And they'll commonly be just fine beyond that, so don't waste your money. And if you do want to replace it, I suggest getting another paper filter, like the Volkswagen version, from a quality OEM or manufacturer. The good ones are Mahler, Mann, Bosch, not to exclude some others. Okay, so once you've cleaned your old filter or gotten a new one, replacement is just the reverse of removal. You make sure that the plastic brackets at the intake side are lined up correctly as you put it back in, as the retaining bracket will seal the outside of the filter from the inside when you put it in, and that's important, of course. So you'll feel this as you put the bracket back in place. It will need a little gentle force to go in, and then the filter will become fixed in place. And then you can do the screw back up, just tighten it up firmly and check that everything is solid. And then the airbox lid can go back on. And you need to make sure that it's aligned correctly. You can check that the mating edges are correctly lined up and meet each other, because you're sealing this box airtight, so it's important to get it right. And once in place, you can do the screws back up. I suggest you get them all done up loosely to begin with, and then go around once more to do them up firm. And that's it. That's another service item that you didn't get ripped off by a mechanic for. So I hope that was useful, and everybody have fun.